how do you think the attack will ultimately reflect on Keir Starmer? I spoke at the top of our show tonight about his remarks to Britain, and he was, standing in solidarity and sending compassion and so on and so forth. Are people buying that, or do they expect more from him? And how's this likely to affect his standing? Because he's very unpopular already. I can't imagine this is going to help his cause.
Yeah, look, politicians are great at making grandiose statements, trying to look powerful and leadership-like, but it's really missing the point. You want a little bit more empathy, not reading from a speech that someone else has prepared. Look, it's already well saying this, but the Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, immediately when she condemned the attack, but she said, those who seek to divide us will fail. Now, who was that dig at? The people sort of waving flags on the streets? And what I think the government has to take responsibility for, I mean, they're pushing the Islamophobia law. Look, I have lived in Islam countries and Islamic countries and countries in Asia and the Middle East, and they work fantastically. Everyone lives in perfect peace because everyone abides by the rules of the law, and everyone embodies the culture and values of the country they become in. Unfortunately, and this is the cause of yesterday's attack, we've got a minority, but substantial minority of extremist, radicalised Islamists who are causing this havoc on an all too regular basis.
I want to ask you about Keir Starmer's digital ID proposal. He says it's to stop illegal asylum seekers coming into the UK and getting work, which sounds a little dubious. What's the reaction been in the UK to his proposal? And do you think it will move forward, or do you think it's something the government will drop?
Well, the Guardian's headline there, 1.6 million, is actually nearly 3 million now. People are dead against it. Look, James, we already have an ID. It's called a passport. It's called a national insurance certificate. It's a national insurance number. We've got driving license, all these things. This was never in the manifesto, and it's been brought in, like so many politicians before him, of all parties, as a distraction. It's a distraction against the pressing problems that they are don't have the courage to face. And look, there's nothing in principle wrong with the digital ID. It's what it could be used for. This is the big thing. And we saw a glimpse of that during the COVID crisis with vaccine passports and all the rest. So I think there's a big pushback against it. And I don't think it's going to happen because I think there'd be such a non-compliance. The people are waking up in the UK, and probably in Australia too. You can't get away with things like you used to. And people are rising against the established rulers and saying, no, we're not having this.
Yeah, indeed. Andrew Hayes, I really appreciate your time. Great to catch up with you. Thanks so much.